Hello, fellow pedal nerds, pedalboard nerds, I would say. Welcome. If you're asking yourself, what the fuck is he wearing? Yes, my beautiful girlfriend Leslie gave me this for my birthday, which is today, but you're not gonna watch this today. So please, you don't need to write happy birthday because that was days ago. Now. YouTube is kind of time travel, isn't it? It's weird, wibbly wobbly timey-wimey. So, yeah, it's a Hawaiian bird shirt because we watch that show, which is that with the new girl and the guy was wearing the bird shirts, and we always make fun of the bird shirts. And now I have this beautiful bird shirt. Here we go. We're looking at Mooer boards. More than one? Yeah, we're looking at the new boards from Mooer. Kind of weird. I haven't really done anything with them, but we're gonna explore together. I think it's kind of cool, but maybe not. Let's find out. There's different options. As always, there's the Hardcase, there's the Softcase, and in this case, there's the build-it-yourself case, which doesn't come in a case. So maybe it comes in a cardboard box. Was in one of the cases, but it doesn't actually come with a case. I don't know. Maybe you get this in a cardboard box. What the benefit is of building it yourself, I could only think of a financial benefit. So this being extremely cheaper, but I don't know. I don't have prices for you, which you will have to find out for yourself. So obviously you're gonna see me building this in fast later. So, well, I guess we'll look at the soft case first. Here we go. That's the soft case. It says Mooer on it. Feels like a nice soft case. Like a harder soft case. Comes with a strap. Comes with some instructions. This is the TF-Pedalboard. All the components. All the stuff in here in English and Chinese. Now, I always wonder, why do these Chinese companies give me English and Chinese instructions in the same instruction manual? Would it be so much to, I mean, not that I have an issue with Chinese, but would it be so much to ask to just ship the ones to the world in English and then the ones to China with Chinese? Just maybe separate them. It makes it look cleaner and I don't have to fish through all the Chinese. So, here we go. I don't know what camera's gonna see what. This feels very nice and sturdy, so the case is rather nice. The board is unique. So, it comes with these tiny strips of Velcro attached, which I'm gonna rip off so you can see clearer what's happening. So these things are, I guess, for cables, cable ties, something like this. It has a hole in it. I would assume they're cable ties. So we're gonna rip them off. And I think the ones that are underneath here, they're actually for the build your own board, because that was in here. So I think you get 4 of these cable ties. I have 8, haha. So, board's got a good weight, which is nice. Instructions. Oopsie. Oh. Zip tie little sticky things, and a wrench. And the wrench is going to be of importance. And I get the whole thing twice because, again, 2 boards were in here. So oh look, the case has rubber feet, which are pyramidic in shape, pyramidesque, for non-slip action. Kind of neat. So the board is smaller. Let's call it, do we need to... Well, is it wobbling because of my table? It is wobbling because, for some reason, something got stuck somewhere and one of the rubber feet came off. They're only stuck on there. They're not... they're only glued on there not with adhesive. So they will probably, in everyday use, come off. So you might actually want to, I don't know, do something to them. So you have these 2 tiers, okay? And I'm going to show you from the side. it's a two-level design. It's a two-level design, which can be very nice. Question is, what is it designed for? It is very clear that this has been designed for the Mooer size pedals, which is cool, but you won't only use it for more pedals. Because who has a full board of mini pedals? I don't know, not me. So how useful is this? Could be useful. Mooer has now the L6, which is a looper switcher with 6 loops, which could go nicely on the lower tier, so that could be nice. And we're gonna install it that way as well. This is the smaller version of the board, but I think what can be done is you can actually take these two levels and angle them like this, and then like you have this, but if you angle them, all of a sudden you've got, I cannot do that. If you angle them, you have one diagonal thing, and we're gonna try to do this with this board right now. Actually, we should do it with a big board, which is what is very nice is underneath is this bracket, and attaching your power supply is always a bitch, and most of the boards are not high enough for correct power supply attachment. Now this is pretty cool because you can actually open this with your fingers. And then these brackets simply slide around. There's rubber underneath, I can feel, like under this side. So when you actually put the screws back on, it will stick. And you should be able to clamp down on power supplies. Now let's just try this for fun. With something unique. Haha, this could work. And there's rubber on the sides here too. So this will actually hold on to your power supply. Hold on to your power supply! Come on, how good does this look? The pussy power from Chucks with this. We're gonna try a whole bunch of power supplies, because that's what we do here in my very much too detailed review. So I'm gonna clamp this down. Put some pressure on it. And you could also use a screwdriver to get it really tight. Which you probably should do because this is not super tight now. Okay, well this didn't work. Yeah, okay. So technically, yes, this can work, but realistically, you probably want to use the screws that Chucks delivers with the power supply to tighten something like the pussy power. Or the DC-10, which is pretty much what we have here. So, you know what, while we're at it, let's try a whole bunch. I'll be right back. So here is a variety of power supplies. Let's try them. Let's go with something small. The Ethos by Walrus Audio. Okay. This could work. Well, the Ethos has the power plug right here. But it's so small, that's what she said, that I'm already kind of at the edge of what I can do, but you still might want to zip tie that. I think it's a cool idea. And obviously doing something that is compatible with everything on the market will be difficult, but we'll try, we'll see what happens. Rockboard power pit right here. Okay, I'm gonna go power this way, readout this way. It has rubber feet, which means it shouldn't slip around. Too big, doesn't fit in at all. Joyo power supply 4. Big ass brick, but pretty cool. Technically should fit. Ah, wait, there's other screws. Haha, wait a second. They have extra holes. See down here? There's 2 sets of holes, so I can actually make this wider. The Rockboard might still have a chance. You knew when you were clicking on this that you'd be looking at an extremely lengthy review of a pedalboard, right? Rockboard again. Okay, but it looks like this is gonna work fine. Yeah, with some clamping, this would work okay for the Rockboard. So yes, Rockboard works. Let's try the Joyo again. This is a big ass brick and it's heavy as shit. But it's too high. So while we could take the screws off a little bit and see if we can get the clamps around it. I think you could. I don't think that's what it's designed to do. Could work. Yes, it could work. All of it not perfect. The Mooer, what's it? The Miso 8. Looks like a pretty stand. Of course, you could also put Velcro at the bottom. Here we go. The Mooer looks pretty damn perfect. I would want it this way. Of course, the Mooer has the mains power in the back here, and then we might have a problem with getting to the mains power. I think technically this is a pretty good idea for the system. It's not fully fleshed out yet because of the different, well, mains here, they have these openings, which is good. When you have that, like on this one or on the Rockboard. But here, what? It could just work. See that? So how solid is it? Good. Yeah, I'm gonna give this system, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. Because you don't need to drill holes yourself. It is compatible with more power supplies than other systems. Let's put it that way. I think it's a step in the very right direction. Pretty damn cool. So now we want to know, can we make these things tilt-a-whirl? Tilt-a-whirl? Can we angle them so that it would be one big plane instead of 2 planes for little pedals? Let me show you what that looks like. I do have a whole bunch of Mooer pedals here. So yes, you can put Mooer pedals on this board with a little Z connector. Realistically, who has a board only with Mooer pedals? So you could do this. You could get the HV boost from Sweetwater on here. Moval is similar in shape, would work as well. Moval doesn't really exist anymore, but Tone City, same thing. Something like the Tube Screamer Mini, not a problem. Something like the SP, LP, whatever the exotic effects would work nicely. Now this is a bigger one. Oh, that's what she said. Contraband would work as well. So let's get these off. Put a DS1 on there. Yeah, can work. You can put some Source audio gear on here. Works. On the lower panes, you can easily have longer pedals. Okay, that's not a problem. Let's check a really bigger one. Bellwether. Yep, Bellwether works. So you could actually get the bigger pedals in the lower pane, on the lower lane pane. Why am I saying pane? I don't know. But on top here, you'd have to have them sticking over this way, which you could do if you have smaller pedals here. Or even... No, you know what? It's really not that bad at all. I thought it would be less compatible with bigger pedals, but it's not. Let's do like a realistic board here. The Vertigo. And you know what? Because the look at this. Because the power plug for the DS1 is actually down here. This wouldn't work, but this works. So you can actually do this. Not bad. Not bad at all, Mooer. Come on. And the Anna Echo here, which of course you couldn't put them this close. You might be able to get them this close with these Rockboard flat cables. Let's check it out. Let's check it out, folks. No, seriously, I really think these cables are awesome. Yeah, you can get them pretty damn close. Okay. Not bad. Now, if you actually wanted this, you could actually do a lot with these two levels, which I wouldn't have thought. And usually this would be a problem being so close, but... See, I can actually still get to the plugs because of the two-level effect. So I'm actually thinking this two-level effect allows you to have a smaller board, but still pack it rather full. I mean, come on. This is a full board right here. Is it not? Impressive. Very impressive. Now I gotta move all this stuff away. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Now I want to try to level these. We're gonna do this for this camera, and I'll see you when I'm done. Well, that's it. We now have a fully diagonal board, one plane, one surface, and I could, if I wanted to, put my pedal right on there, right on here, whatever, here. So yeah, whatever. You could totally do that. I don't know why you wanted. I don't know. This is not a great board what I just built here. But yes, it's doable. Even though the two-level thing, not too stupid. It's a rather small board that fits into this nice soft bag. So we're gonna look at the board in the Hardcase. I have too many pedals on the table here. So this is the Hardcase. It is flimsier material than what you would get in a Rockboard pedal train or other Hardcase format where you feel that the case you can actually stand on. This is flimsier material. But it's a very neat case. It has big feet and it has this trolley thing. Which isn't bad. It would be nice if the trolley was upright the other way, but there's a reason inside for this, why this has to be. There's also these things for a strap, so you could actually put this around your neck if you wanted to. So the top comes off, and as you can see inside, you have a two-level protection. So that's also kind of nice. Same accessories are in here. Take the board out, so you can see on the inside this thing is in the middle, which is where the trolley arm goes. If it was this way, you couldn't put the board in, so that's why they did that. You have again the same Velcro cable holders, nice. Comes with thin Velcro strips, nice. And this board is longer. You know what, for dimensions, just check the website. I'm not gonna go and measure this now. It's about this big. Okay, everything else is the same. We have the power supply holder underneath. It's just a little bit longer, and that's what she said. You can also angle them to be one plane, but we're gonna try to build a little board with these two, because why not? Before we do that, I'm gonna put together the build it all by yourself board, so you can see how long that takes. Actually, you can't see how long that takes, because if I speed it up, you have no idea how long that took. Well, I do it anyway, and you can see what's if it makes sense to save a little bit of money and not buy a pre-built board. But then we're gonna populate this, give you an idea of what your board can look like, and then we're done. And then we're gonna check out what I think. It took about 10-15 minutes to build the board, but you saw I used a drill, because if you use the little Allen wrench, you're gonna wrench your little fingers off. Yes, you can do it, but it's gonna take a lot longer. But while manipulating these parts, you realize this is a solid build. You can see the mechanics of how you actually have these things in two different angles, and it's solid. There are little round grooves that they click into, so this isn't done by pressure. It is actually, you move it apart, put them in a different groove, put it back together. Very, very cool, very cleverly done. And you can, when you manipulate all these parts, feel that there's weight to them, there's quality. So overall, the question is, do you want to do this yourself? Question: when you do, how much money can you save? That's question number one. And is this the only option to get a board without a case? Do you want a board without a case? Because why? You're gonna use that somewhere. You want to move your board to where that somewhere is. So is there a point in having a build-it-yourself board? I don't know. Question is, how much cheaper is it? We'll find out once these hit the stores. So now we're gonna build the big board with some pedals on it, and then we'll talk about what I think. Wow, I mean, that was easy. Because of the two levels, the board handles beautifully. I mean, the board handles, what are we talking about, people? We're talking about how to handle your pedal board, but hey, that's what we do, that's our hobby, so these things matter to us. Don't tell your girlfriend about how your board handles, because cuckoo! Okay, but it's awesome because usually when you have to plug things in your looper, you have to lift the pedals up, plug it in, there's a lot of lifting down, moving the board up, going. I didn't have any of this. with the 2 levels, it being very high off the ground, higher than usual, and me being able to just go under here, it was very nice to be able to handle it. And in the back, I could go around without the cables actually sticking out in the back. Remember, or be aware of, first of all, I didn't put power on here, so that would have been another 5 minutes, but probably as easy. And I have these Rockboard flat cables. I have a whole video about them. If you don't know about them, check them out. I've tested the sound against the most high-end cables on the market that I like and use, which is Evidence Audio, and they sounded to me the same. They are, other than this this plug being longer, meaning you have to put it on the side, you can get your pedals really close together with these, and they're very thin and very flexible, so they're very easy to handle. They're most certainly the most easy to handle cables I know. So let's look at the board that I've built here. We have 2 drives in loop number 1. The pedal controller 6, the PL6, brand new from Mooer. I haven't checked it out, I haven't really played with it, I just unboxed it. Comes with a golden topper, whatever that is supposed to be. You're supposed to feel special because you get a golden topper. Sail, 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 golden topper! I don't know. But you put that on one of your pedals, I guess. Now, I put it on the mute switch. It's a 6-loop switcher. Input, output, tuner. When you hit mute, it goes to the tuner. And super simple to program, only 6 loops. But what I love is no manual necessary, except for buff F and buff B. I don't know what that means. But it has a live mode, which is killer. Right now I'm in program mode, where 1 and 2 is on with huge LEDs, which is great. And here I simply have different programs. But 6 switches, 6 loops means I can have a live mode. I can go in live mode, and now I can pick loop number 1, loop number 2, loop number 3, loop number 4, loop number 5, loop number 6 is the 2 reverbs, okay? And it comes with these stickers. Let's see if this works. Let's go purple. But I want to put this... they're translucent. Of course. That's cool. So you will actually see lights. Low tech, but low tech that works. I want to have this back. And also these stickers come, if you wanted to, pre-labeled overdrives comp. That's a pretty neat gimmick. And low tech. Would be nice if they gave me 2 or 3 of these sheets. Can't be that expensive. Just give me 2 or 3 of these for the future, if I want to move things around. So the live mode is killer. I can just, in rehearsal, operate my pedals as I please, and then I can have a program mode, which is easy as pie. I want to program something, edit, save. I go 3 and 4, edit. It asks me where, I'm good, save. Oh, I see. There's, bank out, and there are banks. I see it right now. Bank up. So you push both of them, and then you're in different banks. Very simple. I mean, you don't need a manual. Very cool. Relatively small. Golden topper. So in loop 1, I've got 3 different drives, which I then can pick which one I want. I've got the vertigo, contraband, and so on. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pedals and a looper switcher on a rather small board that comes with a case. So let's talk brass tacks. Let's talk what the fuck is going on, what do you think? These boards are different. They seem at first flimsy and thin not as solid as a Rockboard or Pedal Train, or I don't know who else makes all these companies that make boards. Schmidt Array, obviously totally different price range, but Schmidt Array is a tank. Okay, that's a tanky board. Love those. But a very different kind of beast. Whoever is interested in a Mooer is not going to buy a Schmidt Array and the other way around. So, whether you want to build yours yourself, I don't know. I think, well, when I opened this, I was like, what the 2 levels? I'm not gonna have only more pedals on my board. Those freaking Chinese, you suck! Openly, that was my first reaction, that they didn't think this through. Very clearly, this proves me wrong. Because I have a bellwether on here, I have a looper on here, I have an El Capistan, I have a full-size Vertigo and a Boss pedal. And I would be able to actually power all of these, so I'm clearly wrong about that this was only meant for more pedals. It felt like this when I opened the box, but me stupid. This is a cool board. If you really wanted it all on one level, they thought of this and made it so that you can change it. Takes a minute or two, but then it's solid. It's not a compromise, it's solid, guys. The case is good. It's a little bit on the thinner side. That's what she said. But it's good. Now, whether you want a soft case or hard case, up to you. I don't know how much these are. I would assume between 100 and 200, maybe. I'm not gonna... I don't know. It's a different kind of board. And if you have a lot of small pedals, killer. But even if not, like a Boss ES8, Boss ES5 could fit here. You could fit a Joyo PXL here, not a problem. Maybe a waste of space because it's thinner but longer. There's a lot of options. And I'm really impressed that this just... the Mooer... transforming instructions. What is this thing called? I don't know what it's called. The Mooer Pedalboard. Transform board. TF? What was it? I don't know. I'll try to find some links and put them underneath. I gotta give it to them. What else can I say? Bye-bye now.